Welcome to this new course on the Roman Empire. Before we learn about the Roman Empire, let us discuss what are the learning outcomes or the objectives of this chapter. The first objective, as you can see here, to familiarize the learner with the history of a major world empire. The first learning outcome, once you finish this course, is that you will be familiar with the history of a major world empire. You will discuss whether slavery was a significant element in this economy of the Roman Empire. How was slavery that time? How did the emperors looked at slavery institution or the practice during that period? We will also explain and relate the dynamics of the Roman Empire in order to understand the Roman polity, economy, society, and the culture. We will analyze the implications of the Roman contacts with the subcontinent empires. Then we move on to study the domains of cultural transformation in that period. So, we will be familiarizing you with the major world empire, that is the Roman Empire, which is spread across in three continents, as you can see here in Europe, here in Africa, and here towards Asia side. It is spread across in three continents. It is one of the oldest empires which flourished. Second aspect, what we are going to look at is to know about the slavery practice or the institution which was a significant element in the Roman Empire's economy. Then we move on to relate and explain the dynamics of the Roman Empire in order to understand their polity, economy, society, and culture. Analyze the implications of the Roman contacts and the domains of cultural transformation in that period. These are the learning outcomes or the objectives of this course over Roman Empire. First, we will look at the introduction. Why is it important to learn the Roman Empire? What all connections that are established with the Roman Empire, with the study of Roman Empire? The timeline of the Roman Empire in Asia, in Africa. Then we look at the sources which give us information about the Roman Empire. The early empire. The Roman Empire is divided into early empire and late empire. So we will first learn about the early empire. Then what is this 3rd century crisis? What happened in the 3rd century in the Roman Empire? How did it impact the administration and the political setup in the Roman Empire? The gender, literacy, and culture. Each aspect we'll be learning in detail. How are the gender issues that time? How was the literacy rate? And what was the culture of the Romans? The economic expansion that happened through trade or through other opportunities we'll be exploring under the subtopic economic expansion. How the workers were controlled, we'll be learning through controlling workers subtopic. The social hierarchies, how was the society in the Roman Empire or during the period of Roman Empire, we'll be learning through the subtopic social hierarchy. And the late antiquity. This is the last subtopic which we'll be covering, and with that we conclude this module or the course or understanding about the Roman Empire. So basically first we will start with introduction, move on to timelines, what are the different sources we have, then we go to the early empire, followed by 3rd century crisis, what happened during that period. Then we study about gender, then we look at the literacy rate and the culture, the economic expansion, how the workers are controlled, the social hierarchies, late antiquity. With this, we come to the end of the course, Roman Empire. Let us look at where is it exactly located. An empire across the 3 continents. You can observe here, this part, the Spain, the present day Spain location and all, falls under European continent. This part, Africa, as it mentioned here, it is in the African continent. And this part falls under the Asian continent. So, the topic Roman Empire, the empire has flourished in Europe, in Africa, in Asia. So, we call it as an empire across 3 continents. Over the 2 millennia that followed the establishment of the empires in Mesopotamia, various attempts at the empire building took place across the region and in the area west and east of it. Over the next 2 millennia, that is 2000 years from the establishment of Mesopotamia, there have been efforts towards the west and towards the east, the expansion of across the region. That is, let us say here in the western side of Asia, here we have the Mesopotamian civilization where River Euphrates and Tigris are there. From here towards the west and towards the east, there has been an effort to increase their control over the region for the next 2000 years, that is 2 millennia. By the 6th century BC, the Iranians had established their control over major parts of the Assyrian Empire. So, the region which is shown here in this place from Iran, the Iranians have established their control over the Assyrian Empire by which period? 6th century BC. Before Christ, 6th century, the Iranians have established their control over the Assyrian part, as you can see on the screen here. The network of trade developed over land as well along with the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. So, the trade route through the land has developed and also through the Mediterranean Sea, the waterways also it developed across the Mediterranean Sea. In the Eastern Mediterranean, the Greek cities, as you can see here, Eastern Mediterranean, the Greek cities and their colonies benefited from the improvement in trade that were the results of these changes. As we discussed, in the 6th century BC, the Iranians have occupied the Assyrian region and they have established the land route and also the sea routes that has benefited the Greek cities like Macedonia and all, which were there during that period due to this increase of trade routes through land and by water, especially the Mediterranean. They also benefited from close trade with the nomadic people to the north of the Black Sea. So they also got benefit because of the trade from the nomadic people and also from the Black Sea region people, the north of the Black Sea people. In Greece, for most part, the city-states, the Athens and Sparta, were focus of civic life. So during this period, what is happening in Greece? What is happening in this region, in the Greece part? They used to focus more on the civic life. During that period, what are the changes that are happening? If you see, first, over the period after the Mesopotamian civilization for 2000 years, there were efforts made to increase towards the east and western side of the empire, the territory or the control. By 6th century BC, the Iranians have occupied the Assyrian region and they established their control. Along with that, they have established the land route and also the sea route. With that, it increased the trade network. With the increase in the trade network, it benefited many parts of the Greek cities through this land route and the trade improvements. They have established good contacts. Now, what is happening in ancient Greece during that period? The city states of Athens and Sparta, they were focusing on the civic life. So, where it located? Why is it known as a empire which is spread across 3 continents? Because it has extended its control from Europe, then it went to Africa. It also has control over Asia Minor region. So 1, 2, 3 continents it has its presence. So we call this empire as an empire which is spread across over 3 continents.